So you've watched every review video, ordered a RODE VideoMic GO II, slapped it on your camera, and have been happily recording awesome sounding videos. Now it's time to plug it in via USB and start recording some awesome digital audio, just like you're hearing right now. So in this video, I'll show you the best settings to get super clear audio using Rode Connect in under 5 minutes. No lengthy tutorial, only the info you need to get started recording right now. So first, download both Rode Central and Rode Connect from the Rode website. Once installed, plug in your VideoMic GO II and open Rode Central. You'll be prompted to update the mic's firmware. Then you're pretty much done with Rode Central, as everything else can be done in Rode Connect, except adjusting the direct monitoring level. But if you're doing solo recordings, you don't necessarily need to directly monitor yourself via headphones plugged into your output jack. The first time you open Rode Connect, you'll have to assign your mic to a channel by dragging it over. If you're only doing solo recordings, you can totally skip assigning these two inputs. Okay, so here's the main recording screen. I'm going to start recording so you can hear this part for yourself. Our mic is assigned to channel 1. This meter on the side shows your basic levels, and the goal is to peak between this bracket, but in my opinion, more so on the higher side. This fader is one of 2 level controls. The ear button is a solo button, so if you had multiple mics, this would allow you to listen to just this mic, and the speaker button mutes the mic. So generally, you want access to these controls when recording. But there is a second page of features that's accessed by clicking the mic button. This page shows you the controls that you would set prior to recording to tailor your sound. The VideoMic GO II has features like a 20 dB pad, a high-pass filter that toggles between off 75 Hz and 150 Hz, and a presence boost that increases some of the upper frequencies. Above that is the level adjustment, which is the second place you can adjust levels. This is a scale of 0 to 24, and ideally this level you would set and forget and adjust the fader on the other page if needed during recording. Lastly, there are some effects that can help or hurt your recording. Noise gate will take away some of the background noise if you're recording in a loud or untreated space. Compressor will take your voice and even it out to a consistent level, so whispers and yelling sounds are closer in volume. It also acts as a limiter, preventing clipping by not allowing your signal to get above the bracket. The exciter boosts some of the upper frequencies to brighten up your voice, while the big bottom boosts the lower frequencies, adding more fullness to your voice. Some of these by default will be on, but for the most natural sounding recording, we want to turn them all off. That's because we don't have the ability to fine-tune these features, meaning they've all been set by Rode to work with a broad scope of voices and recording environments. That means there's a chance that they won't really work with your voice specifically, so having them all off will give you a more accurate recording. If you do want to use one, I'd recommend starting with the 75 Hz high-pass filter, as that will help eliminate some low-end rumble that may be lower than your vocal range anyway. Enabling some of these other features may give you an unnatural radio sound. Though to be fair, Rode Connect is aimed at podcasters, so these settings may be intentionally set to sound like that. So one of the most important features is the level setting. I think it's a little confusing because there are 2 places where you can adjust the overall volume. And in all the testing I've done, I prefer setting the level as low as I can and raising the fader on page 1 as high as I can. This seems to give the best signal-to-noise ratio. But your results may vary depending on how far away from the mic you are, your environment, and how loud your voice actually is. Okay, so now we're ready to start recording. Clicking on the record button starts the recording, and then clicking on it again stops it. The recording is then queued into this list, where we can export it in a file format of our choice. So now, go record something awesome, and we'll talk again real soon.